Hey everyone, welcome to your Timeless No Contact reading. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot. And in this general collective love reading, we will tap into your energies towards your person and vice versa. We'll tap into the strongest crossing and connecting energies that exist between what needs to be seen as far as the lesson or opportunity for expansion in you through this connection. And any other juicy details that come to mind, maybe what they're keeping from you, what they're most drawn to you. And then we'll kind of shift over to your energy and a focus on you and what you need to know for your highest good at this time through the lens of this connection. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Let's get your person's energy towards this connection. Where are they right now? Here, please show me what I need to see. Soon. I'm going to contact you soon. So whatever's been going on mentally for them in trying to understand this connection, they have come to the conclusion that they want to move forward and come towards you. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart and I really enjoy our conversations. Your person acknowledges and admires your mind, the way it operates, the way it sees life, your vast amount of knowledge. They respect your mind. All right, let's get a couple more here. Roll these sleeves up. They're in the way. But what else do we need to know about your person and how they're viewing this connection right now? Let's get 2 cards. Twin flame, mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. Your person might see you as an otherworldly, purposeful connection, right, in their life. Twin flame, if that is something that you believe in and something that connects with you. If it's something you've been feeling, this is your confirmation. Essentially, your person is an opportunity for you to see a reflection of something that needs to be seen in self. Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. Feeling the heaviness of your absence. Feeling alone. This is possibly the realization or the understanding that they have come to, which has pushed them into wanting to contact you. Mistakes, feeling and acknowledging that maybe they made choices that were not in alignment with what was really happening and were maybe reactive or based in a victim mentality viewpoint of life. Maybe you found and connected with this person at a time in their life where they were feeling very lost. And trying to navigate their way through understanding themselves. Okay, let's see. So that is the baseline energy right now. Put that right here. Okay. All right. What are your energies towards one another? How are you each feeling, thinking, viewing each other right now? What energy are you operating from in regards to one another? Your energy towards them, Six of Swords. A desire to move away from conflict. You want to be in a more peaceful place with this person, where things are calmer, things are more clear, and there's a more conducive, peaceful environment in which to get to know one another. And their energy towards you, the Queen of Wands. Passionate, purposeful, sitting in their power. Independent, I'm hearing. Aware of their worth, their beauty, their attractiveness. But at the same time, deeply connected to their emotions, right? Driven by passion and inspiration, but done through the heart. With an awareness and a caring for others on their journey. So their energy is, and if you kind of look at this, your energy is towards looking upward towards a path that's going to take this connection and you and this person away from conflict or the turbulence that it's been in. Their energy is looking this way. So not at you, not focused on you. This person is looking towards the future. Really kind of looking for opportunities to continue on their path of, spiritual expansion and knowledge, right? I want to get a little bit more about each of you, your energy. So for you with this Six of Swords, tell me more about that, Spirit. Why the Six of Swords for the viewer's energy towards their person? Please clarify the Six of Swords. Why the Six of Swords? The Alchemist. Balance, invention, and destruction. I see the Six of Swords as, mentally somebody who's wanting to move away from more intrusive or chaotic thoughts and mentalities towards the connection, possibly chaotic or stressful communication, and wanting to alchemize it, wanting to use it to transmute this into something that is of value and purpose and beauty. The Alchemist. So that really does make sense. Recognizing that you didn't like where things were with this person, but you see that that there's so much potential for something different between the two of you if you could just get on the same page or in a calmer area, to operate from. So why the Queen of Wands is their energy towards you? Sunflowers could have meaning. Why the Queen of Wands is their energy towards you? The Puppeteer. Explanations, apologies. Sorry, get these cards organized here. What was this? I saw it over here. Mistakes. Feeling, right here, I'm going to contact you soon, possibly to offer an explanation or an apology. Possibly an explanation for why they reacted the way they did. I had made mention of you finding them or connecting with them in a time where they were maybe in feeling a lost sense in their life, trying to find direction, purpose, healing, understanding in themselves in life. Maybe actively trying to move away from a victim mindset into something more beneficial, right? So maybe your person was trying to do better in life in how they look at life. Possibly this person could have been dealing with loss or grief or grief, possibly losing someone, a death. This could be for someone. Dealing with depression, either on top of that grief or, as a result of the grief or the loss. And your presence in their life has brought a desire to come forward and to maybe be accountable for the way they behaved, or to offer some sort of insight or to understanding in, maybe they haven't offered that before, or haven't acknowledged their behavior or their actions in any way, shape, or form. But this person has been shown their ways. I'm hearing the folly of their ways. The puppeteer kind of feels like somebody who was being played and controlled, and this could be, the feelings of depression, or the victim mindset had a grip over the way that they viewed life, and they truly felt at that time they were helpless. Life was coming at them, and there was nothing they could do to stop it or prepare for the things that happened in their life, and it really put them into a spin of depression and just feeling hopeless and lost. Okay. What is the strongest connecting love energy between the two of you right now? Where are you connecting? What is this energy that connects you, that is recognized and felt on both sides of the experience? Strongest connecting love energy, Spirit. Intimacy. Two cards wanted to come out and reflect. So reflecting on intimacy, this could be reflecting on a time when you were physically intimate with this person, or reflecting on a time when you felt safe enough in their presence and in just the container of being with this person, that you shared things with them that you haven't shared with others. And there's a sense of nostalgia and feeling back into that space, and a recognition that it was a gift at the time it was happening, but the gift wasn't acknowledged or really understood until recently for both of you. You or your person could have dark skin or be African American or descendant of that. Reflect on intimacy. There was a time when you felt inseparable and that nothing else existed. And now separated and in your own company, in your own thoughts, there is a deep longing for that feeling again. A feeling that both of you go back to often, and, really mentally and emotionally take yourselves back to that experience. Divinity. Okay, let's see here. I want to get... What is it that your person is keeping from you? What important aspect are they keeping hidden from you, not sharing, keeping to themselves, that could hold and have an effect on the connection for the better? What hidden aspect are they keeping from you right now? Important in nature. Three, two, one. You sent them inward on a soul's journey. You sent them on a path to healing inwardly and understanding themselves. Literal soul searching. With their tail on fire, this is something that really they were thrust into because of your experience, because of getting to know you. You empowered this person. You gave them strength when nothing else in their life did to pursue this. You showed them in a way that nobody else could what needed to be done and how they've been living their life in an empty and directionless manner. They didn't see that or understand or were consciously aware of doing this until you brought it to their awareness, just sheerly by being yourself, right? You gave them courage to learn about themselves. Page of Wands. Passion, inspiration, spiritual drive, right? You lit a fire within them. And I said with the behind on fire, and wands represent fire energy, which is the spirit, the soul, life purpose, will. What lights you up? What makes you feel illuminated in your chest, right? That feeling. Okay. What is the strongest crossing energy right now between you and this person? Strongest crossing love energy. I'm going to put these up here. Okay. I'm getting that perhaps you helped your person to see themselves and life through a different channel or path or way. Unlike anybody else that has ever tried to help them see their actions, their behaviors, their patterns, nobody was able to get through to them except for you. And this smart feels not limited to the intellect, but also spiritually. Okay, what is the strongest crossing energy? Strongest crossing energy between you and this person right now. The visionary. That's one that hasn't come out before. Skeleton. Something that represents structure and the foundation of something that is old and dead and gone. Crows. Messengers from the unseen realms. Wise creatures, highly intelligent. Messengers between realms. Perhaps this is a message and blue. Blue is the emotions, the intuition. The visionary. I want to see what the book says about it. I feel called. The visionary. I want to read the victim too. And I've said that before and then I forget to do it. I'm reading the victim too because it's right here and I just feel like I saw it for a reason because victim was here. Okay, the visionary. Keywords: inventive, inspired, motivated. The visionary is someone who turns dreams into reality. And right now I'm getting instantly right. This old, dead structure, this expired, gone, dead, bygone way of living. And underneath it all, you and your person see this opportunity of truth and wisdom that's being delivered to you from across dimensions and realms. And I had said blue, which is the intuition. Intuition is the voice of the soul. It is the whisper that comes through the divine, right, through us to guide us. And it feels like this old dead way of being within each of you that is no longer serving and actually serving to hinder and to keep you from path and purpose, light and truth, is dead weight that is keeping you heavy and from lifting and really heeding this new vision of life. Okay. The visionary is someone who turns dreams into reality from time to time. Every person alive will speak the words, I wish. But the visionary has a talent for giving these wishes substance. There are no desires too large or small, no mountain that cannot be scaled. In a visionary's mind, the future is created by the building blocks of the present Self-motivated, they have the foresight, focus, and willpower to visualize a desire and shape their world around it. Of course, not all visions are made equal. Possessing the will to create something new doesn't always take ethics or the needs of others into consideration. For these reasons, the visionary faces the challenge of leaving the world better than when they found it. The visionary reminds us that truly dreams can become real. And I do see this raven, this crow, as a messenger, intuitively delivering both of you guidance on how to go forward in balance and equilibrium and the middle way in temperance, right? But you're listening with the mind rather than the soul, rather than the heart and the emotions. Okay, the victim. Expectations, self-limiting, and rescuer. And this kind of I feel like it can be describing the skeleton in the image. And for your person, that is outlined here and could be speaking to both sides of the experience, since this is a crossing energy that is affecting both sides. For the victim incarnation, the attacker is one's own mind. And the resistance to let go of the negative self, the dead weight. This old skeleton that is dead, is gone. It serves no purpose, but it is a repetitive, deeply ingrained neural pathway that is easy. It's what's always been done, so I keep doing it. But it is the root of misery. It is the root of blockages. It is the result of feeling confused, stuck in a cycle, limited, halted, like something is needing to be seen, but there is no vision to see it, right? So again, the attacker is one's own mind, and the resistance to let go of negative self in perceptions and inhibiting thought patterns that cause great harm. Being cloaked in the shadow of low expectations of yourself may feel like a comfortable way to avoid disappointment or keep from exposing vulnerability, but it only suffocates the cries of the unbound self. That is the soul. Undoing the construction of self-limiting thoughts requires a reversal of self-image and demands confidence and great strength of mind. Great strength of mind feels like it's speaking to rewiring neural pathways that have been in place for many years and a long time, right? Responding to situations in a certain manner, repetitively, different faces, different situations, but same response within us. These are the ways in which the neural pathways in the mind are wired, and they're not set in stone. Our mind can evolve infinitely, right? But to rewire old thinking, old patterning, old habits, old paradigms is no easy feat, I'm hearing, right? So strength of mind is required, and also demands confidence that it can be done, right? And the strength of mind to push through the resistance of the mind wanting to go that wired way, as opposed to you getting your wagon up and out of those grooves and starting a new path, right? In order to accomplish this, you must decide to become your own rescuer. And isn't that the truth? No one is coming to save us. We are our own saviors. We become embodied in our soul and purpose when we step into the sovereignty of who we are. So, the vision is there, but the old wiring, the old beliefs, the old mind is dead weight that is keeping you from it. It is the blockage. This old skeleton is standing in the way of you rising and following this path of light. Interesting. And I want to get a wee bit more. Tell me about that on each side. This visionary energy for you, what can Spirit tell us about that? And my nose is itchy. I don't know what that means. That can mean something. Look it up. I always get an itchy nose when I'm channeling these readings. And never outside of it. So that's very interesting. Why the visionary for the viewer and their person as the crossing energy here? Why the visionary, Spirit? Why the visionary? Show me what I need to see. For you, I need to escape. The root of the issue, and I said root. I think that was a word that I used. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. That will make itself known is this wisdom of that the raven represents. You see the path. There is a deep knowingness and a conscious awareness of what is being asked of you right now. But the old patternings of comfort and fear and stagnation are what are keeping you from taking steps towards it. Be open to the information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. This requires you to be present. Reconnect. Reconnect to your true essence. And red, this feels like wand energy, which is spirit, soul, purpose, inspiration, will, right? All of these things. So feeling a need to escape, but unwilling to take the steps that would lead you to that feeling of presence and power and sovereignty. Okay, so for your person, clarifying the visionary is the crossing energy, expansion. I am not enough. Feeling that they are not enough. Feeling that they don't have enough drive, energy, ambition, support, love, whatever the case may be, to go down this journey of what they're being shown. That heavy or that wiring, that old mentality is heavy. It feels almost unbearable and like a burden there they don't know how to put down. Your person's heart is in need of care. They're being called to know that their body is here to help them experience a miraculous life and to embrace it. This visionary, this path, this wisdom that is represented by the crow feels like guidance to your person of self-love, actions of self-love, choosing to act in a way that is loving to the self, right? Love is a verb, Love is the result of choices that are based in seeing the other person as the self, an extension of the self, having an experience, right? Green. Green is earth energy. So, your power is in being present. There's no need to escape from the present moment. And that means getting down to the very details of presence. Feeling into the senses, right? I had mentioned that in the last reading. What are you hearing right now? Focus in on the detail of what you hear with your ears and nothing else. If it feels stronger or more powerful, connect to what you hear or what you feel with your body. Whatever feels strongest to you and will hold your attention easiest, focus in on that, be it sight, feeling, smell, taste. And keep yourself in that, right? That's your power. That will help you to find the clarity and connection to spirit that is needed to receive downloads, guidance, understanding, and leadership down the path you're being guided. And for your person, their old skeleton is letting go this belief, I am not enough, and stepping into the beauty that worth does not come from the eyes of others in their ego, right? It comes from the source of all creation, given to you, and cannot be dismissed or superseded by any person or anything below God, Creator, Source. Independence. And this one had made an appearance in one of the last ones, so this could speak to you or your person. Take it as it resonates, but I am just like my fill-in-the-blank mother or father, ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. The dead skeleton, let it be, let it go. It's no longer part of your present. What is a skeleton, right? People have skin and tendons and blood and cartilage and everything in our bodies, right? And if there's nothing left but a skeleton, that means that belief, that mentality, that pattern, that way of viewing life has been dead for quite some time. It's past the rotting and stinking phase, and it is just dirt and earth. But it's still being carried. It still weighs you down in your present experience. I'm just like my mother or father. And that's so interesting. So red, blue, green, yellow, all of the elements, the mind, the heart, the spirit, the body. Ask yourself in what way you're balanced in all aspects of the self, and how you can become more balanced if you are not. And soften the way you approach life, the expectations, the burden, the heaviness, and the seriousness you place on your experience. What is your person most attracted to in you? What has the strongest magnetic pull on your person to you? Knight of Swords. That was also in what they're keeping from you. I have decided I want to pursue you and nothing is going to stop me. What is that? I'm going to contact you soon. Expect soon a lot of action from my part. You're so smart. You're so smart, my part. So what they're most drawn to in you is connected to what they're keeping from you, which is you. You showed them the light. You illuminated things within them that they never saw before they met you. They're grateful for you. There might also be a sense of intimidation, or this guy feels wholly inspired, but he looks very guarded and distrustful of whomever it is he's looking at. This could be an egoic defense, right? A facade or guarded in which your person feels like they're protecting themselves. Okay. Okay. There's cards everywhere. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to bring your awareness to? For your highest good in this moment, what are you being called to see in self? Surrender to what is. What is also the present moment. That means in great detail and extreme specificity, be in the present moment. If you take a breath right now and you really feel into what's happening in this exact moment, is there something to be upset about? I have stuff coming up this weekend and tomorrow and next week, and I need to do this and that. But right now in this moment, all I'm doing is talking to you. Speaking what comes to me, right? In this reading, there's no problem, there's no worry. There's just present. You know, being present in the experience wholly right now. Wholly and fully. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. Fighting it feels like a nod to I need to escape, right? From this vision. This visionary, you've been shown something and it scares you and it feels intimidating and almost unachievable, but that is a lie. It's a lie of the old patterning that is meant to keep you where you are. Don't be defeated by that. On the other side of that decision to walk towards what it is you're being guided to do is your freedom, is your present moment, is your power to reconnect to your life and your experience. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So in the present moment, in what you're experiencing with your person, can you honor and be open and admit what's actually happening and feel into it? If every person is a mirror and an opportunity for you intelligently to see something in yourself, what could this person show you right now? With everything that's happened and what is most intense and present on your mind in your experience with them, what could they possibly be showing you within yourself? What does it look like when somebody is too prideful to say sorry? What does it look like when somebody is going through grief and that sadness and that disconnection with self is then projected onto you? What does it look like when you can see somebody in a victim mentality, but you see the true potential of every opportunity that's in front of them? Feel into the present moment and the experience, and it has a message for you. Surrender denial. And this one wants to keep coming out. So there's a message here for someone. This card had come out for me as well. Accept people and situations exactly as they are. Okay, it's really interesting imagery because both women, and it doesn't mean you're a man or you're a woman, right? Just images of two women in white dresses, one with the light shining down on their right ear, but they're blinded with a blindfold and they can't see it. One looking upward towards the light with their heart fully exposed and their gaze towards soul, guidance, direction, path. Surrender to what is and let go of denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Is there a behavior in your person you are overlooking or in denial about? Is there something that you're lowering your standards or settling for in your person that maybe is not the best way to go about it? Is there something about this connection that you are willfully blind to? That's interesting too. I'm seeing this woman with the blindfold is surrounded by, a field of flowers and sunlight and blue skies, right? And that might be the denial and the illusion that you're living in. But this one without the blindfolds, the mountains are a little darker, they're more dry. There's no blue sky, but there's brightness. But there's such a feeling of freedom and empowerment and oneness and sovereignty in her body language. She's not afraid of anything. She's not held back by delusion. She sees the truth before her with open eyes, and from that place she can make the best decision for her highest good on how to proceed through the truth. And I felt called to get, I don't remember the name of the deck, to be honest. But I like it. Yeah, I can't remember. Empath, whatnot. I want to pull a card for what your higher self would like to communicate to you right now. What needs to be communicated to you right now from the aspect of you that is the hawk, right? I'm getting the vision of Mongolians where they have the partnership with eagles or hawks or something, and we're so intelligent as humans, right? But our terrain is kind of limited naturally to the ground. We're ground-dwelling creatures, but the ears and the eyes and the wings of that partnership of the hawk or the eagle, whatever it is, can fly above the experience that we're in and see the bigger picture, right? It can see a cliff ahead or a pack of wolves that we're walking into. There's a higher vantage point and more expansive vision. Like I'm seeing in my mind's eye, what do you call those little telescope things, right? A very limited, you can see very clearly and intelligently that which you're looking at and focused on. But it's very focal, like a very singular, narrow focal point. Whereas the perspective of this partnership, which I see as your higher self, right? This eagle or hawk, is the part of you that can fly above it all and report to you things that you can't see from your limited perception and vantage point. So, what is it that your higher self with that visual would like to fly up to the heavens and share with you right now? 2 cards. Self-love. Creatrix. So these are both, they're all linked to an elemental energy, and they're both linked to water, which is the emotions, the intuition, human connection and experience. So number 10 or 4 could speak to you or mean something. 10s speak to, what is it? Completion. Not just attaining a goal or reaching a finish line of something you've been working towards, but actually going beyond that and into an abundant state where you have learned or mastered so much in this pursuit that you now have wisdom and excess to share and to give back or to embody in some way, right? To give back. And then self-love, self-acceptance, self-care, compassion, and vulnerability. Did I see that somewhere? Maybe no. Mistakes. Well, no, vulnerability. Okay. So I want to read about this. Oh, it's called the This is called elemental empath. That's what this one is. Okay, let's do self-love first. In water. Earth, water. $93. Where's that? 93 breaks down to 3. Okay. Self-love is a journey. Self-love is at the core of much of our healing journey. It is a nuanced topic that involves years of layered work. Whenever you are on your self-love journey, you are not alone. Most of us are on the same journey. Self-love isn't a switch we can turn on overnight. It's common to struggle with it, especially when society and the media constantly points out all the things we should hate about ourselves. Maybe you like yourself, but you have things you want to change. Wherever you are on the spectrum of loving yourself is welcome. Self-love is a journey of little by little starting to accept ourselves as we are, all while we continually change and grow on our journey. What is self-love? The core of self-love is really about self-acceptance and compassion. And what does self-acceptance really ultimately look like? The ego will fool us into thinking we need to be perfect. Our biceps need to be this big, or we need to be this tall, or my spine is a little crooked, or my toe looks this way, or whatever the case is. Perfection is not the reason or the purpose or the point of life. Nothing is perfect, right? In this egoic sense. As a society, we have tried hating ourselves as a form of self-control and motivation for too long. When we instead start to appreciate and love ourselves, we can act from a place or a centered place of compassion instead of hatred. It takes time to learn to love yourself. So be gentle and try to accept where you are on this journey. Try to have compassion for yourself and begin to accept exactly where you are right now, even if you don't like that place. This practice can be a powerful catalyst for healing. You could say something like, quote, I accept that I don't fully love myself yet, and that's okay. I invite in compassion for myself and everything I'm doing on my journey, end quote. Inviting acceptance and compassion opens the door to accepting and loving yourself. Self-love is not based on anything tangible. The ego says, I am lovable because, fill in the blank. The soul says, I am lovable because I am. And this I just made mention of too. Self-worth, our value is divinely given. It is intrinsically a part of our existence. It is not assigned to us by the opinions of people and societies and collectives, right? I am valuable because I am God, right? I exist. Existing is the only requirement for lovability. Self-love is like the nucleus of a cell. It is the core of the being that matters, not just the outer shell. Consider the sun. It doesn't need the earth in order to keep shining. It shines because that is its nature. Also remember that as you are starting out, it's okay to focus on the external qualities that you like about yourself to get the ball rolling. Self-worth. This card is your invitation to change your view of your self-worth. Think of a kitten or puppy covered in mud and missing half its fur, stuck in a garbage heap and snapping at people out of fear. Is it still lovable? Of course. But when we are covered in the mud of life and lacking the qualities we thought made us beautiful, we think ourselves despicable and unworthy of love from anyone, least of all ourselves. It is time for that to change. And you are lovable because you exist. And I'm feeling, I just got an impression, but it left. But the message of the impression felt that through what you're experiencing with this person, it is reflecting or showing you a need to act or to pursue self-love in yourself. a mirroring. Okay, let's see. It is time for that to change. You are lovable because you exist, period. When you are in a dark place, you can treat yourself like a little, or can you treat yourself like a little kitten or puppy? Self-love is about allowing yourself to be authentically and vulnerably you while not pushing yourself to do so. If there are parts of yourself you aren't ready to accept, can you be okay with that? If there is something about you that society says is, quote, bad, end quote, can you start to accept it? Find a middle ground or listen to your needs. Taking care of yourself and learning to accept the parts of yourself that you find unlovable. Over time, you might start to love those parts. And I've known it for a long time. I think I've kind of lived it for a very long time, but society has never really had any influence on how I view myself. In fact, the more I go away from the norm of society, the more I find myself. So if you are somebody who is consumed and possibly dealing with an addiction to social media or YouTube or watching the news or anything of that nature where there's mass communication of agendas, maybe this is a message for you as it's coming through me to take a step away from that. I had social media many years ago. I think maybe in 2015 or 16. And I got rid of it and never got it again until I started this channel. But this channel is very different and in the approach, right? And in intention. But once I got rid of my social media, you are kind of forced to look different in different ways. Of what do you do when you can't doom scroll, or what do you do when you can't go and try to get ego strokes through images and how cool your life is? What do you do without that? Maybe this is a challenge for you to step into possibly what that looks like. What would you do without that crutch or that empty calorieless meal you're eating every day? Self-love is about allowing yourself to be authentically and vulnerably you while not pushing yourself to do so. Find a middle ground of listening to your needs, taking care of yourself, and learning to accept the parts of yourself that you find unlovable. And kind of speaking to this influence of society and how we view ourselves, how could you cut off the supply of that teat of what society is telling you is lovable, right? What is beauty? Well, you go to different cultures across the globe, that's defined very differently. Over time, you might start to love those parts if you disconnect the source of lies that's telling you to believe something that is causing you to feel limited. Show love to yourself. Lastly, invite in small ways to show love to yourself. This could be by taking a bath, treating yourself to something you enjoy, or taking care of yourself by exercising or meditating, whatever you feel called to do. Self-love comes in many forms. Just eating and sleeping are basic ways that you are already loving your body, even if you don't realize it. Drink 20 ounces more of water today. Like little actions, right? And it's not some big, massive, huge change that needs to happen overnight. It's just the little things. So ways that I could be more loving so I can put myself in a vulnerable place with everyone here. I could maybe floss my teeth more. Okay? It's true. I like my teeth, but I could floss them more. I could drink maybe 1 less coffee a day and 2 more glasses of water. I could accept that I cannot be a night owl and a morning early bird in the same light. I could stretch my body more. Maybe do stretches. Make sure my spine is more limber, right? I could look in the mirror and maybe say kind things, uplifting things to myself when I'm feeling discouraged or, drug on the ground by my sadnesses when they come. Little decisions every day. I could sit up straight and take deeper breaths. And stop hunching over and, contracting my diaphragm and limiting my oxygen. There are many things, right? Okay, on to the next creatrix. Let's see here. 10. What is this one? One more. You are a creator. You are a creatrix. As a human being, you are a creator, even if you don't identify as a creative person. As a woman, your womb, or energetic womb, if you don't have a physical one, is a magical portal of creation that can channel life. Whether physical or energetic, that space within you is made for creation. This card is your call to channel that creative force in whatever form that takes for you. It is your time to birth creation into this reality. And when people think of creativity, I think a lot of times art comes to mind, like painting a picture or drawing a picture or sculpting something. But there are so many ways to express and to be creative. That could be even how you dress yourself, with a focus more on, I want to look really dope as hell when I look in the mirror at myself, not I want to look good so this person looks at me. Or doodling. That could be rearranging a space, like decorations could be something creative. It could be organizing stuff. That's creativity. Making it work better, like working your Tetris skills. There's many ways to be creative, and it's not just limited to art, right? There's so much more. Let's see. This card is your call to channel that creative force in whatever form that takes for you. It is your time to birth creation into this reality. This could be through art, music, writing, dancing, crafts, building, etc. Anything that gets the creative juices flowing. Allow your nature to be expressed through creation. Create to connect. Creativity is a powerful way to tap into your true self as well as release energy and emotions. Creativity can allow us to release energy or heaviness or, stress. So it's a healthy way to channel and funnel your energy so you can release energies that don't belong to you, right? Let yourself play and enjoy the process without getting lost in perfectionism, right? No part and purpose and meaning of this life is perfection. We're not here for that. We're here to expand our understanding of existence, to understand our path and purpose and to follow it and to listen to the guidance within that will guide us back to reconnecting with our soul rather than our ego. The ego will struggle forever until you die. Do you want to struggle your whole life? And if you feel like life is a struggle, or you're disconnected or never satisfied or always looking for something that's outside of you in tomorrow or yesterday, your ego is guiding your life and is leading you to misery. Be mindful of this. Use creativity to channel your emotions and express your sensitivity. Potential blocks. Are you blocked from your creativity? And this right here. Yeah, this old dead way of life is standing right in your way and is standing as a shadow in the light that's trying to come to you. Try out some creative endeavors and go in with the intention to be messy and imperfect. Do what you need to do to unblock yourself. And I was listening to, I really love this reader, and I think sadly he passed away recently, but he has a YouTube channel named Tarot Maps, I want to say. His name's Vincent, like Peachy or something like that. And his, sometimes I find it very helpful to go back to the basics with my learning and to really like refresh and go over the content, what's lost or forgotten in going to more advanced stuff. And so I was just listening to some videos on his channel that talk about how it doesn't matter who you are or how good you are at reading cards. You will never read like that person, and that person will never read like you. And that that is not a sad thing. That is not like, oh, I want to be like them because they're incredible. It's like, well, somebody over there might look at you and be like, dang, you're really incredible. I want to be like you. So your uniqueness really truly is your superpower, right? Be unique. You're meant to come here to find out who that is, your uniqueness, your soul expression that will, when embodied and aligned with, will shine through your ego identity and personality. That's your power, is embodying who you truly are and who your soul wants to express itself as through you. Not to copy Jessica or Jacob over there or whoever, right? Okay, off the tangent. Secondly, this card is about birthing new creations. Oh wait, no, I skipped one. Are you blocked from your creativity? It is within you, just waiting to be tapped into. Try out some creative endeavors and go in with the intention to be messy and imperfect. No, I didn't skip this, but we can read it again. Do what you need to do to unblock yourself. Secondly, this card is about birthing new creations into this world. And you may be stuck in the labor process. Labor. And this is really an interesting way to look at the process of like transformation is and birthing something new into this life. Like labor, as all of us know, and we've seen in movies and some of us in real life, is not beautiful. Well, it can be, but it's painful. It's excruciating. It is wholly consuming. It is messy. It is scary, right? But then after all of those array of emotions and experiences, there is beautiful life in your hands. So if life feels scary and intense and painful right now, connect to your presence and keep going, taking steps that are for your highest good, not steps that are mindless and unconscious, but things that are intentional with fully open eyes, right? Surrendering what is the power that you step into, and sovereignty into, okay, I see the truth of what this is. What is the highest and most expansive step I can take forward through this what is experience? Giving birth to life, to new life, or a project or creation involves persevering through the pain and blocks and connecting to your willpower. You are stronger than you think. Keep going and allow your creation to come into the world. And also, too, in that kind of symbolism of childbirth, which is the process that you go to create something beautiful in life sometimes, is it may put you into a situation or state of mind where you realize how incredibly powerful you actually are. And it might tap you into and show you what you're capable of, which is really incredible to think about. Okay, let's see. I want to get a closing guidance card from the Soul Truth deck. What actionable guidance does Spirit have for you? So these things to keep in mind: self-love and creativity. Oh, this one wanted to come through. Oh, this is so interesting. What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? This came out again. I think this came out in the last reading that I did. We'll read it again. Are you waiting on someone else before you can take the big leap? Maybe. What if you were to take life into your hands and forge your own unique path? Forging your own unique path really feels like connecting to me, rewiring your thoughts, rewiring your mentality around a certain limiting old dead paradigm. Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it scared. Take the leap. The fear is only there because you are at the doorstep of leaving your boundary of comfort zone. And that's normal. And that should be acknowledged as, what is it? The what is. You can't walk out of your comfort zone comfortably. You will feel resistance. You will feel doubt. You will feel fear. Do it scared. Take the leap. Today's soul action is no more thinking, only doing. Be brave and you will discover what you are really made of. And this is feeling too like that reference I just made of childbirth and how women in that can really tap into a frequency within themselves to get them through some insane pain, right? The mind I can't even remember childbirth because your mind can't comprehend that pain. It makes you forget. Otherwise, why would people have more kids? Wild soul, strong heart, can't lose. There is no such thing really as failure. There's just lessons. And if you look at life as, okay, I tried this thing and it produced this result, which is maybe less than desirable. Is it really failure? No. It didn't work. Learn. I made this choice. I'm not going to do that again. Instead, I'm going to maybe try this way and do it again, or go down a different path with that awareness so that I embody that lesson and I carry it with me and use it on my journey, right? So you never fail unless you quit. So whatever it is you're pursuing right now, don't quit. Even if you've fallen down, get back up and try a different approach, right? Regroup. This is a really long reading. I need to stop talking. Okay. 7 wanted to pop out. Synchronicity. 222. Rejuvenation. I'm going to get one more. What would you like to say to the collective spirit? (808) Interconnectedness. We are woven together by divine threads of consciousness, love, and energy, manifesting our interconnectedness. Be mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, as they have the power to ripple out into the world and impact all that is connected to us. AKA, you can create things you don't want to create if you don't be mindful of your emotions and your thoughts. Embrace the oneness that pervades all of creation. This could also be a message to, in regards to your person, how you're viewing them. What if you looked at this person through the eyes that they are actually you, and you are actually them, and you are just having different experiences, and you are watching this person have the experience that they're having, and they're watching you have this experience? How could you have more love and compassion and acceptance of what is in the connection if you knew that you're each just as if you're little children learning an experience? Would there be more room for forgiveness and understanding of behaviors and actions? Okay. And synchronicity came out. You are a conduit of the magical loving energy of the universe, radiating with abundance and beauty. Your path is manifesting in perfect synchronicity, reflecting how consequential your efforts are. You have put in all the hard work, and you are now reaping the rewards. Have you ever had a dream that you woke up from that was so vivid that even in your waking state you could not shake the realness of what you had just experienced in the dreamland? This is really an example of how incredibly powerful our minds are, that the body cannot decipher what is dream and what is reality. It's all based on the emotions and the thoughts. So to be mindful of your thoughts is paramount. To be mindful of the energies that you allow your mind to create is paramount. Look at it as you're either operating in fear of what can be, fear of what is, fear of what to come, or faith. What does faith look like? What is faith? Is it something that you look at and you have proof, so you trust it? Or is it something that is unseen, that you know is possible, and that you choose to believe will show itself soon? Okay, so I don't know, you can look at these images and see how you feel about them, if something about them connects to you. 808. 808 breaks down to 7 as well. So 7 could mean experience, confidence, winning, or having a victory in some way in your experience and what you've learned. So embody what it is that you've learned and apply it to your experience right now with open eyes, with a what is mentality. I accept what is, not what I'd like to be, not what I think is happening in my creative mind, but the facts that are in front of me and your intuition, right? I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you. And 111 on the clock, 11101 on the clock. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing this time with me and letting me channel this message for you. I'm sending you guys all so much love, and I'll be back to talk to you guys soon.